Pleased to be joined by head coach of the South Plains College Lady Texans, Coach Cayla Petree joins us. And Coach, we're back now. The off season is come and gone, but watching what's been going on for your Lady Texans over the summer, let's start out and talk about the JUCO Top 40. Because until a few months ago, I didn't even know that showcase existed, but you had some players in that thing this summer, June or July, correct?
Absolutely, it's a great event put on by the Coaches Association, along with the JCAA. They bring in 40 players from junior colleges, Division 1, 2, and 3, so everybody gets equal representation, and they're trying to grow the event. It's in Atlanta, and there were probably about 100 Division 1 coaches there. They did it at the same time as one of the big AAU events in Atlanta, so there was a really good turnout, really good for the kids, where they get that exposure and then get to have like a little weekend, like a reward, and they do it right. They have some dinners and some fun little social things for them to do. So it was cool for our kids. Sarah, Caroline, and Ruth, all three played, and they did very well. Sarah won the award for the best sportsmanship. It's not really an outstanding player. It's just like I can't remember what they called it, like a 3D award. It had 3 prongs, but one of it was sportsmanship, one of it was how well you played, and something else. And so I can't remember exactly the specifics, but that was cool for her.
I think it's got to be a big honor for a player and get the extra exposure through a showcase like that. But as a coach, to have 3 kids invited, I think that's got to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean it was really fun. I liked going to watch them, and it's cool to sit there and watch them play. And it was kind of neat that Ruth's team Caroline and Ruth's teams played each other, and there was a little run. Ruth's team was kind of making a little run, and Caroline stripped the ball from Ruth there at the end of one, and Ruth looked mad at her, and it was kind of cool. She said sorry and kind of tapped her on the rear end and ran away. So that was kind of cool to see them playing and like that. It was fun.
Now you bring those 3 back. You bring a couple other ones back as well. Plus, you've got another crop coming in here for 2019. I got to watch you work out a little bit yesterday. It looks like you've got a lot of talent again this year at South Plains College women's basketball.
Well, the most important thing to me is that they're really, really good kids, and I'm so happy that we have those 3 that we just talked about returning, but also Oseen Robin and Chanel Noah. They were so motivated last off season. They worked really hard in the spring, and then they both got to go home to France during the summer. But they came back, and I think that just that maturation from the freshman to the sophomore year, I'm just really excited for what they're going to do. And the new players, we have some new ones that I'm excited about. They're still adjusting, and they don't really know exactly how hard they have to play to be successful in college, but they're talented.
It's interesting to me. I've seen a lot of the stuff, over the summer. I know Mark posted some things on Twitter, Ruth working out and all the kids getting the off-season stuff in. It seems to me like when you ended with the kind of momentum you had, everybody's season comes to an end. But that group that's coming back, it just seemed like a bunch that's just watching them over the summer and seeing some of the things that popped up. It's just a bunch that's excited to be back, and as you mentioned, have matured over an off season. Plus, watching some of the workouts, it looks to me like you've got players that are a little bigger, a little faster, a little stronger coming into 2019 and 20.
Well, I sure hope so. Makes it work easier for me. Let's hope you're right. They're just playing so hard, and I know that's a cliche and all the things that coaches say, but I really love them, and just last year was so much fun, and it's everything you work for as a coach to have that kind of season, and to go on this little journey with your team, and to get so close, playing with the best. And even though we came up a little bit short, I think them having that experience has it's given them a sense of confidence, but also By no means are they cocky or they understand how hard it is to get through our conference and then to get through the region. And our non-conference is just ridiculous hard, but I think they have big goals, and I think they're trying the best they can to make sure their daily habits and are matching up with those goals. It's going to be a fun year. I'm really excited.
Let's talk about 2019-20, as you said, continue on the journey. You mentioned your non-conference schedule to start things off, and it's a quick schedule. There's a lot of people who may look at it and go, well, geez, the conference doesn't really start till January. Well, one, it starts the first week of December, but you've got a pretty good slate of games between now and the time December 1 gets here and that conference schedule gets started up.
All right, we'll have 2 home classics the first couple of weekends, and then we'll go over to New Mexico Junior College, and we'll play Salt Lake and Grayson, who I think will both be and have been in the past some of the best teams in the country. That'll be 2 very difficult games, and then Thanksgiving week we will go up to the College of Southern Idaho, and they'll be extremely tough. Play 2 road games up there, and not that the rankings mean anything, but they definitely have the national respect in those polls.
Well, speaking of national respect, you got a little love from the pollsters yourself. Number 2 in the country
Coach
out of the
Redding told you that
preseason poll.
Did Coach Redding tell you that I'm the second best basketball coach on campus? Yes. Thanks, Raj.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's great to get that kind of notoriety. Now, I mean, polls are worth what they're worth. Until you go out and win basketball games, that ranking doesn't mean much. But I think it's nice to be recognized for what you were able to accomplish last year, what your players were able to do, and get a little notoriety coming out of the gate in 2019.
I think you're exactly right. The preseason poll in junior college, and honestly at any level, it really doesn't mean much of anything. Last year we weren't ranked at all to start the season because it's based on the year before, and so just another tip of the hat to what those kids did last year. Gabby and Chantel, Kiki and Ro, along with the people that are down there about to practice right now, what those guys did. And so it's very, very nice, but it doesn't mean anything.
Now you got to go prove it up. And as I mentioned, conference starts pretty early. You get going to conference play in December. Man, the WJCAC, you got New Mexico JC ranked 4, Midland's in the top 20. It's going to be another rugged conference, I think, this year.
Absolutely, and I'm not sure what happened, but I would have no problem saying that I believe that Odessa is a top 10 team in the country. I watched them at the scrimmages. I don't know if it was a administrative error or what. Maybe they didn't fill out the proper paperwork or something, but they are loaded. I think I saw that Texas has 5 teams in the top 25, and then of course New Mexico Junior College just right down the road. Our region is definitely very, very tough.
Now you've got a couple of scrimmages in. How's things look there? I mean, it's early in the year, but how's the progress thus far?
Oh, it's awful. We turn the ball over. We take bad shots.
Sure.
No, it's good. It's good to play somebody else. We're ready to play real games, but it's junior college, and I hear all these coaches always talk about, oh, we have 5 freshmen or we have 4 freshmen, and talking about how that's awful. And I'm like, I have 12 freshmen and sophomores, and so it's just a continual.
I think that's Steve Green and I talked about that yesterday or the day before. It's different for JUCO college basketball coaches because you have a few months to develop team chemistry. You talk about Division I, Division II programs, and you get freshmen and sophomores and juniors and seniors blended together, and people are moving in and out. But I think there's some attributes there for junior college coaches. The fact that you've got to get it done on a very short window of time to get everything gelling and clicking and ready to go.
The good thing is so does everybody else that we're playing against, but it sure is hard because sometimes they just don't even know what they don't know. They're great basketball players. They're talented. They're physically capable of doing what we're asking them to do, but they've just never had to actually do it. And they've never done it against people that are the same athleticism as they are and the same size as they are, the majority. It's just different, so they have to take that little step up, but it's fun to watch.
Speaking of step up, Coach, you talked about just getting ready to go to practice. Now, any final thoughts for us before we let you get back to the team today?
I just hope that the people of Levelland will come out. That was one of the coolest things of the national tournament. I thought is we had great crowd support, and so I know we still have high school football going and college football on Saturday, but if they could come out to these home classics, and the girls work hard, and I think that they're fun to watch, and we sure appreciate them when they come.
Coach, we'll see you for the first weekend next weekend already, right?
Yes, sir.
Got basketball games right here at home, folks. You have no reason not to show up, folks. You do football Friday night, come do basketball on Saturday and Sunday. Coach, appreciate your time as always. Thanks for taking time out to visit with us.
Thank you.
Best of luck to yourself and Lady Texans.
Thanks.
It's Cayla Petree. I'm Michael Wiiest for KLVT Levelland, KLVTradio.com, SPCTexans.com.